morning to the respected panel of judges and my dear friends. I am Atulya Raj Upreti from class 8 of Daffel Boarding School, and the topic of my speech is strict parents. Let me take you back to last month. My friends were planning a hangout at a cafe just 3 houses down the street. I knew my parents wouldn't let me go, so I spent the entire day preparing. I finished my homework, cleaned my room, did the dishes, even made my mom's favorite dessert, just to stand a fighting chance. And when I finally asked, "Can I go?" my mom paused, looked at me and said, "No, you're too young to go without supervision." I am 14 and the cafe was literally 3 houses away. I could have sent them a letter in a carrier pigeon to check on me if they were worried. I couldn't believe it. I had to call my friends and tell them I couldn't come. It was embarrassing and frustrating. This wasn't the first time something like this had happened in my life. Growing up, I've had many moments where I felt like no matter what I did, it was never enough to my parents' trust or approval. Like the time I aced my maths test and thought, maybe now they'll let me go to the school picnic. But instead, they said, "Good job, but you can do even better next time." It felt like nothing I could ever do was ever good enough. There were times where I felt like I was missing out on everything. I remember one time my best friend invited me to his birthday party. I was so excited. It was the first time I've been invited to something like that. And when I asked my parents for permission to go, they said, "No, it's a school night and you need to focus on your studies." I was heartbroken. I had to call my friends again and tell them I couldn't come by making an excuse about being sick. It didn't feel fair. One day, I decided I've had enough. I sat down with my parents and told them how I felt. I said, "I know you want what's best for me, but sometimes it feels like you don't care about what I want." My parents looked surprised. My mother said to me, "We don't want you to make you unhappy. We just want you to be safe and successful." My dad added, "Maybe we need to find a little balance." Slowly, things started to change. My parents began to give me a little more freedom. For example, they now let me play football with my friends as long as I finished my homework first. They even let me go to the movies last weekend, something I never thought would happen. It's not perfect, but it's a step in the right direction. What I've learned through all these experiences, I've learned a few things. First, I realized that my parents' strictness comes from a place of love. They want me to do well in school, stay safe, and grow up to be a responsible person. But I've also realized that communication is key. If we talk openly with our parents, we can help them understand our perspective and find a balance that works for everyone. I've also learned that it's okay to feel a little frustrated sometimes, to want more freedom or to feel like the rules are unfair. But instead of keeping those feelings piled up in a bottle, it's important to talk about them. That's how we can build trust and understanding with our parents. To all the parents out there, I'd like to say this. We know you care about us and we appreciate your efforts. But sometimes what we need is not strict rules, but your love and support. And to my fellow students, let's remember that our parents are doing their best for us, even if it doesn't always feel that way. Communication and understanding can go a long way in bridging the gap between strictness and freedom. So, let's build trust, balance freedom and strictness together, and grow. Thank you.